Guys, happy Halloween. I'm either at school or work right now because, yeah, that's how I get to spend my Halloween. But I dressed up anyways. And yeah, this is a different Spider-Man costume than the one I had in my last video where I was wearing a Spider-Man costume. Because that one got, one of the threads tore on the stitching on the crotch area of the suit, so I had to take that one back, and so I was like, well, I wanted this one in the first place, so I'm just gonna see if I can order this one instead, since that one tore. And I did. And now I'm wearing it, because it came in the mail today, and it looks great, and it feels great. I've been wearing it since I got home today. So let's talk about Spider-Man Homecoming, obviously, because I'm wearing the Spider-Man Homecoming suit, and I love the way the back looks, especially. Anyways, let's talk about Spider-Man Homecoming. So, Tom Holland still kills it as Spider-Man. But he also kills it as Peter Parker. I mean, this is honestly the most Peter Parker-centric Spider-Man movie out of all of the Spider-Man movies. And I love that. And I love how Tom Holland is able to take some of the quirkiness of Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker, and also some of the wit of Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, while adding enough of his own flavor and personality to make the character feel new and different than the previous incarnations. And I love how much like an excited kid he seems like in this movie, because it makes sense, because in real life, if a 15-year-old got bitten by a spider and then got to swing around as Spider-Man in a suit made by Iron Man, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I would be so excited about that. And then Michael Keaton as the Vulture is probably my absolute favorite MCU villain. This movie makes Adrian Toomes into a very sympathetic villain type character, similar to a Walter White kind of character, and I really liked that, because that's something different that we haven't seen before, I think, from the Marvel movies, is a character who is doing the wrong thing to protect his family, and I think that was a very interesting take on the character. And then someone I didn't give much love to in my review was Jacob Batalon as Ned, who is the perfect quirky best friend character, who added a lot of humor to the movie and was kind of our way to kind of ask Peter questions without having him just dump exposition in like a monologue or something. Through Ned finding out that he's Spider-Man, he can ask a bunch of questions like, how did it happen? What's up with that? Do you lay eggs? Can you spit venom? How far can you shoot your webs? Things like that we can't ask him, and we don't really want him to just have like a monologue at the beginning like, my name's Peter Parker, and I was bitten by a radioactive spider, and I can totally not shoot venom or lay eggs or anything, you know? So that was pretty good, and he also actually helped Peter rather than just being there, which I loved. I loved how he actually had a hand in helping Peter get to the final showdown, and also just helping out with other stuff in the movie, like disabling the tracker in the suit, turning off the training wheels protocol, stuff like that. Another character I didn't really talk about in my review was Jon Favreau as Happy Hogan. He was great. He definitely gets a lot more to do than in the Iron Man movies, but he still has a pretty small part in the movie, honestly. And I love it. He gets some of the funniest scenes in the movie. Mainly this.
I'm an associate of Peter Parker. He has something very important to tell you.
You gotta be shitting me.
Damn.
That is probably one of my favorite scenes in the movie. Like, in like the top 5 best scenes in the movie, honestly. This movie is just perfect. Honestly, I mean, it balances humor, action, teen comedy, and superhero movie all into one movie, and it just works perfectly. those are all a lot of hard genres to even just tackle perfectly on their own. So to mix them all together into one movie and make it work really well is just, it's a task I do not envy, I will say that. And I love the scale of this movie as well. Like Ant-Man, it's so small scale that it's very refreshing and different compared to the other Marvel movies released, the other Marvel movie released this year, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, where obviously they were saving the freaking galaxy. It was just nice to see after that just a hero who just has to stop a guy from robbing a plane. That was kind of cool, and I really loved that. And the scene with Peter in the rubble is probably the best scene I've ever seen in a Spider-Man movie. And it honestly almost brings me, like, it almost gets me to tear up every time I watch it. And I also love the mentor role that Tony Stark takes in the movie. Obviously, I can't not talk about Tony Stark in this. He definitely does a good job with the mentor role in the movie. Well, it's not really something he's used to, so he doesn't completely give all the best advice or handle things the best way, but he does a really good job with the mentor role, and I really enjoyed his character in the movie, even though it was a very minimal part. This movie definitely feels a lot like a John Hughes movie collided with a Marvel movie. There's even a Ferris Bueller reference in the movie. So, yeah. And it turned out incredible, honestly. This is an amazingly well-made, fun, and enjoyable movie. And it's actually my favorite MCU movie. I know I said in my Guardians Volume 2 updated thoughts that was my favorite Marvel movie, or MCU movie, but there is a new one that I absolutely love even more. This is it. It's not my favorite Spider-Man movie, though. Spider-Man 2 still holds that ranking, but this one is definitely a close second, and it still definitely gets an A+. Guys, I still love this movie. I think I even love it more than when it came out, honestly. Like, just with repeat viewings, my enjoyment of the movie has just increased more and more. And yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, what are you doing? Go watch it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know in the comments what you think of Spider-Man Homecoming and if your thoughts on it have changed since it came out. Check out some of the other videos on the channel. Leave a like on this if you liked it. Subscribe if you like these videos. And check out the link in the description to our Patreon page and make a contribution if you would like. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.